and the Vice President of the United States. So welcome to the Capitol today. During this recent election, Oklahoma saw historic voter turnout. Actually, 1.56 million Oklahomans turned out to vote for the president and the vice president. More than any other election in Oklahoma history. So thank you to Oklahomans for turning out to vote. The old record was 1.4 million set back in 2008. We beat that by almost 7%. So a lot of you in this room had a lot to do with that. Thank you for your efforts. Even with an increase in voter participation, the state was able to provide Oklahomans with an accurate election count within 24 hours of every single race in the state of Oklahoma. I've been on calls with other governors, and we just can't figure out why it's taken these other states 2 and 3 weeks and a month. They need to take some hints from our electoral process. So I'm so proud of Oklahoma's secure election system and how quickly we received the accurate results. This is not an easy task, and I would like to thank the election board, all of our volunteers, all of our poll workers, the local employees, state employees that work so hard to ensure every election is conducted smoothly. With this being said, Oklahomans made their voice heard on November 3rd. And now it's time to call the appointed electors from the Republican Party to the signing table to cast their electoral votes for President and Vice President of the United States. So when I call your name, I'd like you to come forward, and you will sign 6 different times. And so our first elector, A.J. Ferrati, Elector at Large, please come forward.
Left-handed, does that count?
I may have a left wing, but I'm right wing.
And I know I recognize the families that were here. And AJ, you've got your 3 children here, skipping school, I guess.
It took us extra long to get to school this morning through the snow, right? So they'll go here just a little bit.
Wonderful. This is a great part of the process. They're probably learning more here. This is fantastic. I'm glad you brought them.
I think so. Grace's class, I think, is watching at school. So
Okay.
We've got Grace. And
Hey, Grace's class.
we got Clara back there and Wynn, and so they're here to learn about how this thing really works this morning as well.
Good. Well, and I've got my 7th grade daughter is here to watch as well. So she's in the back with the First Lady. So welcome, Piper. Thank you, AJ.
Thank you very much, sir.
Would Caroline McLarty, Elector at Large, please come forward? Grace, is it your government class that's watching today? Your history class. It's excellent. Thank you, Carolyn. Would Rhonda Villamont Smith from 1st Congressional District please come forward?
Fighting first, baby.
Fighting first.
Remember that.
Thank you. Lonnie Lou Anderson from the 2nd Congressional District.
I'm so glad you get to take my mask off while we're doing this. Thank you, breathe now. I'm done.
You're done.
I'm done. I was gonna sign a certificate.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. God bless America and praying for our president and all our leaders.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank everybody else.
Thank you, Lonnie Lou. Okay, Chris Martin from the 3rd Congressional District, please come forward. And Mark, do we know what time every other state, or some of them do it in the morning, some of them do it in the afternoon, but every state is,
By statute, they each set it at a different time, but it has to be today.
okay. Thank you, Chris. Would Steve Fair from the 4th Congressional District please come forward?
That's where the 6 certificates go.
And I heard one person ask, why 6 different copies do we sign? So 2 of those copies go to the Oklahoma Secretary of State's office. 2 copies go to the National Archivist. Thank you so much. Thanks, Steve. And Linda Hubbard from the 5th Congressional District, please come forward. Thanks, Linda. So 2 copies go to the National Archivist and 1 copy to Vice President Pence's office as the President of the Senate, and 1 copy to the Chief Judge, the Federal District Court here in Oklahoma, Judge DeGiusti. Thank you.
Governor?
As Governor of the State of Oklahoma, I certify and confirm that all 7 electoral votes from the state of Oklahoma will be cast for Donald J. Trump and Mike Pence. Secretary Bingman, will you please attest to the signatures?
Governor,
Everything in the influence.
I attest that Oklahoma's 7 electoral votes have been cast for President Donald J. Trump and Vice President Michael Pence.
Thank you, Secretary of State. Thank you, Secretary Bingman. Okay, with this, they're going to start working on putting them in envelopes, and while they're working on that, before I call the electors back up to sign the envelopes, we'll open it up to the media for a few questions regarding this process.
Governor, do you acknowledge that Joe Biden won the general election?
Yes.
Great job explaining everything. No more questions?
Well, once she puts everything in the envelope, that we will call the electors back up. We have to sign the outside of an envelope for those to be sent off.
You can go ahead and call them up one by one and present them.
Okay, let me present a certificate to all the electors. I'll call you up one by one, and we can take a photo together, and I'll present you with the state of Oklahoma from the Election Board Certificate of Election. So, AJ Ferrati, please come forward.
Thank you, sir.
Carolyn McClarty. Rhonda Valamont Smith.
You'll see my smile.
Lonnie Lou Anderson.
I'm smiling.
Chris Martin. Steve Fair. And Linda Hubbard. I don't have them in my notes here. The alternates, if the alternates want to come up for a photo, do you want to come on up? All of us, or? One at the top, it doesn't matter.
All right, here we go.
Thank you.
Would it be too much to ask for all of them to come up and just one photo of everybody? Could we get all the alternates?
Well, you haven't done your
Oh,
individual.
okay, sorry.
Hello. Thank you. See there, John, he didn't know where it's hard to go. He's ready for how we can put it on. Well, it's a very cool.
I think I might be the last one, but yeah. We can get all the alternates and all the original electors up here just for, that means you too, Rhonda. Yeah. Could we do the one?
Usually a shorter one. Well, everybody's going.
Yeah, everybody,
Oh, I
yeah.
thought it was all the alternates together. Okay. I was sitting there. You know that one, don't you?
Come on, I'm really not all that tall, but I'll stand on my tippy toes. No, I'm okay.
I'm just gonna pull this back for a minute. All right, everybody, if you'll look right here at me first.
Okay.
I know, I'm sorry, thank you. Perfect.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much.
Got it ready?
Here, I got one.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, brother.
Okay, I'd like to invite all the electors to join us back at the desk to sign the sealed envelopes holding the 6 certificates of votes. So I'll call your name, you can come back up. AJ Ferrati.
Can you seal it?
I'll bet that seals it. You gotta let
Let's-
Usually we have a problem.
That's right, this is all very right. That's right.
Thank you, AJ.
Thank you.
Caroline McLarty.
Somerset don't see.
Thank you, Carolyn. Rhonda Velamont Smith. Thank you. Thanks, Rhonda.
Thank you.
Lonnie Lou Anderson. Thank you, Lonnie. Chris Martin. Thanks, Chris. Steve Fair. Thanks, Steve. Linda Huggard. Thanks, Linda. Well, thank you all again for being here today as we confirm all 7 of Oklahoma's electoral votes to be cast for Donald J. Trump and Mike Pence. And I appreciate all the electorals, the alternates for fulfilling your duty to your fellow Oklahomans in this very important process. And that concludes our ceremony today. Thank you for being here.